Hey, how's it going, Astralites and Otherworldlies? Astral, Juliana Angel here. It's been a while. Things have been crazy with me personally, going with work and getting ready for the holidays. By the way, happy early holidays to all of you, one and all. Juliana, on the other hand, she's been pretty busy feng shuiing her house, as it were, getting her apartment in a good manner. It's actually a lot more spacious than it looks in here now.
Yay. Oh, yeah, it's a lot of hard work. I'm sure you noticed a big difference in here.
And
A big
notice my
difference.
spirit bomb drink.
Put it closer to the camera.
Just be like,
Look how cool that is. That's so awesome. Here, let me.
give me 1 second because I forgot to notify people again.
Okay.
All right, just had to let everyone else know we were going live. Um, I was posting about it on Facebook last time, but we still didn't get a chance to do it. A lot of procrastination going on, but this is going to be another spoiler alert. You notice me rocking the Venom shirt. That is because we are going to be spoiling Venom 2 Let There Be Carnage. And let me get another sip of this because it's really good. So, the movie starts out with a young Cletus Cassidy and a young Francis Barrison, aka Carnage, aka Shriek, young and in love. It shows where Cletus gives Francis a gift, and I think it's a ring. If I remember, I'm not sure. It was either some type of jewelry he handmade her. He gave it to her as she was being escorted from St. Estes over to Ravencroft for it's a special mental institute, if I remember. Um, like I think it's just for people who have special abilities, but anyway, pretty much this one of these torturous doctors wants to gaslight or whatever you want to call it, just play mind games with Francis Barrison or Shriek, I'll just call her, giving her a paper saying, I if I remember, it was the paper saying that Cletus was dead or something like that. That's the part I'm having trouble remembering.
I think they were just going to say he's never getting out.
Oh,
He's getting
now
the death penalty.
now I remember.
And they're saying specifically, you will never see him again. You will never see your true love again.
Because
they want to break her down and hurt her.
Yeah, because Cletus Cassidy, he was incarcerated for killing his family members, his grandmother, his mother, his father, things like that. And well, Shriek, obviously, she lost her mind over it because they were crazy in love with each other. And fast forwarding to present day, if I remember this right, I think first, yeah. So Eddie Brock and Venom, they're visiting Cletus Cassidy at the jail cell to get his final words. Eddie Brock, he is now an informant for the police department. Because last time we left off with the first Venom, Eddie Brock was having a hard time getting a decent amount of work. So he's an informant for the mostly for this detective who's a real womp rat in my opinion.
Yes, yes.
And so they're at the jail cell. Cletus Cassidy's having his final meal, whatever, and Eddie Brock's trying to get his last words in, and Cassidy is just taunting Eddie and Venom, and Venom's like, "Let me eat him, let me eat him." Excuse me. And things take a turn for the worse. Cletus snatches up Eddie Brock, and he takes a bite from his thumb, and being that he's combined with Venom, being his host and symbiote and things like that, his Venom's blood is mixed in with Eddie's, and Cletus gets a taste of that, and he's like, "Oh, that's not. I've tasted blood before, Eddie, and that's not it." And later on, when Cletus goes to the chair, well, not the chair, the lethal injection chamber, you'll notice that he gets a chemical reaction after he gets a taste of Brock's blood. So as soon as they insert the needles, all that gruesome stuff, that's when Carnage wakes up, and he's like, "Oh, not today," and just starts showing his true colors. Literally, Carnage comes out and starts, well, being Carnage basically. And
The thing about Carnage is, if you're familiar with Venom, he's kind of like a black shapeless character, kind of representing the shadow side. And when Carnage comes out, he's a red character, and I think he's representing blood, which he's representing the sun of Venom. So he's also representing getting the lethal injection.
I actually never thought of it like that.
Yeah.
That's actually
and so when you think of the Venom, if you're familiar with the Venom series, and the Venoms are the shadow side. They are the parasite. Of course, they don't like being called that, but who would like being called a parasite? But they're the shadow side, and so they are this dark entity. They're extremely funny, and what they do is they basically talk smack the whole time, like, "Let me eat them," and stuff like that. And they do a lot of really cool dark things to people, and they're basically they're troublemakers, but they're actually heroes, or what you would call anti-heroes.
Yeah, that's what Venom is.
But there's a lot of symbolism there, and basically, and this is a complete spoiler alert because I'm almost jumping to the end of the movie, but
oh no, I think you're good.
Okay, thank you. But the thing that I liked about it was that Carnage technically is Venom's son, because he's not like the other Venoms. It was just kind of like he was a mutated version of Venom, because he was the lethal injection Venom. He was the red blood-like entity of Venom, and he was also growing like these tentacle like appendages, and he was able to wrap them around,
he just,
like a jail cell.
Yeah,
and
he tore up the prison, basically breaking out Cletus and everything.
Oh yeah, I mean, there was more of an agenda. He has a more all-encompassing situation, and it was just kind of like, because he was a second generation Venom. So as you know, like with viruses and parasites, they mutate. Just like diseases, they mutate. This is kind of like when Venom turned to Carnage, because he was also evil. He mutated because he was actually exposed to something that was truly evil. So like a disease, he mutated and he became very dangerous. So that's why Carnage was that much more dangerous than Venom. And Venom's actually pretty cool. He just doesn't like being called a parasite, just because he's the shadow side of the people that he's latched onto. So he doesn't want to be called a parasite, but he's actually just the shadow side, basically, metaphorically, of the people he's attached to.
Yeah, and I'm gonna get
Take it away.
more of that in a minute here. But real quick, so all is said and done, Cletus is roaming the streets, freshly broken out of prison, and you'll notice he gets a new gear, and things like that. He hijacks someone's car, which I was pretty much laughing at.
It was a pretty cool freaking car, though.
Yeah, it was
I
a
would have done
sweet
the
car.
same. I'm
And
not gonna lie.
after they steal the car, he pretty much makes a deal with the devil. He's like, okay, look, there's something you got to do for me. I scratch your back, you scratch mine. There's a woman who is missing from my life. I want to go break her out of where she's at. And you do that, and we could do whatever you want to do. That includes taking out Venom and things like that. And that's pretty much where the deal goes. And the detective kind of he gets really irritated because he talks to Eddie. He was like, "You messed it up. You were supposed to get Cassidy's last rites or last his final word, and you couldn't even do that because you got too close." This da da da. And I'm just like, not 100% his fault, but okay. And and he even says, because this is how you can tell he's an informant. He states the obvious, like, information pays, Eddie. That was the deal with us. And honestly, the detective is not really the primary issue that Brock has, because he has more of a falling out with Venom, which is another part where the story kind of takes off. Because Eddie wants to live more of he wants to live somewhat of a decent life. He wants to be more of a hero than a villain, and he's pretty much been restricting Venom, and Venom's just like, okay, you said we're a team. I I haven't had any freshly bitten off heads, this and that, whatever. I gotta do this and that. I am getting frustrated with all this.
He's trying to feed him chickens.
Oh yeah, even Eddie was like, "You have 2 live chickens right over there. Why don't you just feast on those?" And the chicken's name is Sonny and Sharon. I thought that was adorable. Venom actually named the chickens.
Can I talk about the detective for a minute?
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, I thought it was odd because Cletus was acting more like a buddy. Do you notice Cletus was acting more like a buddy, and the detective was acting more like a bully? Did you notice that? Cletus was, I mean, Cletus, obviously he was crazy.
Oh yeah.
He was a psycho. I mean, he was a sociopath. He killed his family. But he was actually more. You're actually kind of feeling more sorry for him. At least I was. I mean, not like you need to feel sorry for a sociopath because they want you to, but the detective was being a bully. He was, he was doing a lot of bullying, and he was the one that Venom was like, let me get him. He was because Venom noticed who the bully was in his life. You know what I mean? Venom's like kind of like his big brother, like, yeah, let me kick his A for you. Like, I'm really tired of this. No, I'm really tired of this guy getting you. Like, let me get him for you. I'm tired of him.
And I actually just remembered, because you mentioned fighting. It was so funny because like, there was a scene, I don't remember which part of the movie, but they pretty much, Eddie goes into the women's restroom. He has an argument with Venom about something, and he's just like, I told you not to do this and that, so and so. and he there's this poor woman right next to him is just listening to this entire conversation. She's just ducking her head like, what's going on under there? And
that was cracking me because the look on her face. I mean, I can just picture that in the ladies' restroom, like.
It was Eddie arguing with Venom. His head was like they were face to face and everything. And they just start beating each other up because they can't seem to coexist at this point in time.
Rumble in the ladies' restroom. Rumble in the restroom.
Yeah.
Any rumble in the restroom's funny, but in the ladies' restroom, you can hear this voice, no. And so you can picture this woman going, what's going I'm sorry to interrupt, but I'm picturing being a woman in the restroom.
It's fine.
This,
like,
you know?
The fans are enjoying this, so like we do whatever we want. It's the live stream. So.
I know. I just didn't want to interrupt you, but I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to pause and enjoy how funny this actually was. I still have a bit more to say.
I'm not going to rush anything.
No, but I just wanted to stop, and because I'd actually forgotten that part. Because you have more of a memory for the details of the movie because you're actually a lot more familiar with it. I mean, I'm a fan with the costumes and stuff like that. I'm really, as you can tell, I'm really into the symbolism. So, he has more details. He's more familiar with it, but I pick up on a lot of symbolism on everything that I read and watch. So I'm into more of that sort of thing. I'm into the psychology of things. I'm noticing who the bully is.
That whole darkness thing that surprised me when you said that.
Well, you remember, I'm an angel. I'm an otherworldly. Those are the things that I'm going to pick up on. And you got to remember, I'm a dark mask diva. Those are the things that, I'm going to be like, okay.
I was like, I did not consider that theory at all.
No, but see, that's why I'm here. That's why I'm by your side. Those are the things you're gonna enjoy the story and you're gonna entertain them. I mean, I'm thinking about all that trippy stuff, because that's I'm an otherworldly. That's what I do. I'm a dark mask diva. So,
but the next thing I was going to mention was what. I was trying to remember the girl's name. Michelle Williams played her.
Oh yeah. Now I can't remember.
I'll look it up real quick, guys. Don't worry about it.
Please do, because now why did we forget her name? But I mean, she looked really cute.
Okay, it was Anne Wayne. Now I remember.
Yeah,
okay, so
thank you for looking that up. It's going to take me a while to remember that.
So Anne calls Eddie sort of like a really fluttery sort of tone. Like I'm trying to. It's easy to explain. I'm just trying to remember how. She kind of gives him the impression that things didn't work out with the doctor or anything like that. And he's just like, oh, okay, yeah, sure, I'll meet you for dinner, so on and so forth.
And Venom's like, yeah, go for it.
Pretty much.
Like Venom's like, this is your chance.
So they meet up for dinner, and they're just doing small talk, like, so how you been? Excuse me. How you been? What's new? And she's like, I actually have some news for you. She actually, this got on my nerves when, I don't know why people do this. She puts out her left hand, right? And there's an engagement ring on her finger.
Ouch.
Oh, I meant to lift it up a little bit.
Ouch.
An engagement ring on her finger, and even Venom's like, oh my God, are you serious?
Yes, I mean, that was just kind of like,
why would you do that to your ex? Are you?
Oh,
I'm not even.
Just ignore that. If who's ever watching, do not click on that. Don't.
Yeah, I don't. I do not need this whole.
No, don't. No, that'll That's going to give you a virus. So if you're watching that, don't click on it, please.
If you're a legit fan, just feel free to leave a message. Let us know how you're doing, because I'm getting a whole bunch of spam messages for some reason.
Well, I mean, if you're new here and this has never happened, you do it in a live stream. Those are trolls and those are webcam people. Leave those alone, because they will give you a virus and charge you for things you don't want to be charged for, and you don't want to look at that stuff anyway. So,
but anyway, I'm not.
I don't see any of our usual fans up here, but if you're watching and not announcing yourself, don't click any of that, please. And that's none of that is us. So just leave that alone. Okay, go ahead.
But anyway, we were talking about Anne's engagement. She's actually still with the doctor. They're newly engaged. Brock is torn up about it. He's trying so hard to fight off his emotions. Like, oh, that's I'm really happy for you.
And then Venom goes, "You should cry now," like trying to like.
And Eddie's and it's so funny because Eddie's trying to play it off like Venom is still dead from the first one, and she's like, "What was that?"
She goes, "Is Venom still with you?" He's like, "No."
It's like, Eddie, if we're going to be friends, you have to be honest with me. Is Venom still with you? And he's like
trying to play it off.
Venom's still dead. He's no longer with me. I don't have him anymore.
And she's like,
I don't think she looked at him like that.
No, she kind of, I mean, you could tell she knew. She's like, she knew.
She's not dumb.
She's not dumb. She knew. I mean, and she's, she still has feelings for him and everything. And I mean, she loves her doctor fiance, but she's choosing the man who's not going to give her problems.
Right.
She's choosing the man who's solving the problems in her life, who's who's not going to give her problems. No woman wants a man who's going to give her a bunch of problems. And the doctor guy is a good guy. I mean,
yeah.
But she's still having that element, in her life, and I'm just going to leave it there and have you tell more of the story.
Okay. So Eddie pretty much reminisces on his bike ride home and everything, and Venom's trying to console him and everything. So I think after the dinner they go to Mrs. Chang's, if I remember. I don't remember if it was before or after that scene, but it's pretty funny because they go, and Mrs. Chang now knows about Venom, so she's like, "Hi, Eddie. Hi, Venom," and Venom just waves his little hand out.
Oh yeah, he just comes out behind like a ghost. He's like, just kind of like, this is a everyday thing, and
then she's like, "Sorry guys, no chocolate delivery," and Venom just gets upset, like, "What?"
And it's funny that he eats chocolate. That he's wants like human flesh, and he refuses to eat chickens, but he wants chocolate.
Yeah, and because Venom's a lot like me, he craves protein. He wants the occasional stuff packed with meat, vitamins, whatever, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And Miss Chang is just like, "Oh, so what are you gonna do because I don't have the chocolate? You're gonna stop protecting me?" And Venom just comes out like, let's eat Mrs. Chen. And Eddie just goes, no, we do not eat Mrs. Chen. And she's just like, "What was that?" Nothing.
And she could tell they're talking about her. I'd like to just take this moment to say that Astral and I are trying so hard to eat clean right now. We're kind of like doing our New Year's resolutions early. We're trying so hard to cut out, a lot of the junk, a lot of the processed foods.
I figured she's not supposed to have junior mints, but I figured they were holiday junior mints. I figured I'd get her at least a box one time of them.
Yeah, and I told him, don't bring any more. Don't leave my house with the junior mints. Don't leave me alone with the junior mints. He got me one box. I ate him. I gave him some, and that's all there needed to be. And he's going to take the rest home with him. So, but other than that, it's been salads, it's been proteins, it's been, I just, there's just a lot of changes I need in my life. I need to get my health back. And he's training to be a wrestler. We both really need to take care of ourselves. So we're eating clean. We're not eating live chickens. We're as far as I know,
If I had a symbiote, that they'd probably want to eat a live chicken.
but we don't have any running around here, so that's not going to be any kind of an issue. But yeah, I don't know about you guys, what you guys are going on with your health or what your I mean, it's really during these times, it's like it's really important that you start taking care of yourselves, because I mean, you can get vaccinated, you can wear your mask, you can do all these different things, but at the end of the day, it's really important to actually take care of yourself.
Right.
To have the self-esteem to love yourself enough to sit and think, you know what, no one else is going to do it for me. And he and I are trying to look out for each other and take care of each other. Like, we need to sit down and we need to eat right. And we need to stay healthy and we need to look towards our futures and the things. Because he and I both have so much we want to do with our lives. So it's like, and we like to travel and we like to do all these things. And it's like, we need to stay well. We need to stay well anyway, but we need to stay well right now in this era of time. And I don't know if you notice that we look any different than the last time you saw us, but we're really trying to take care of ourselves. So please wish us well. And if you're working on yourselves too, you know what? We are right here with you. So, and we don't have any venoms inside us. And as far as I know, I think I probably act like I do sometimes. But yeah, but I'm feeling a lot better. As you can see, I'm getting a lot done around my home, getting a lot of things done that I've been meaning to get done, and a lot of things are going well for me.
I
So
still gotta organize under my bed, make some more space there.
you're going to feel better once you do. I've gotten so much done around here, but there's
And I'm keeping, I don't know why, I'm keeping boxes I don't even use anymore.
well, no, just you just get rid of them and just slowly, all of a sudden, you're going to go, I don't need this. Why is this still here? But but yeah, I mean, if there's any time to take care of yourself, now's the time. So I just wanted to put that out there and kind of let you guys know what we're doing with our lives right now. So it's going well. He and I are feeling a lot better.
Oh, yeah. And, you know, I haven't been eating regular burgers, the plant impossible burgers really uh, really changed my perspective on eating better. I remember I bought these impossible nuggets, and I gave one to my brother Panda, and he actually liked them. And I figured, okay, I'll get some more of these because they actually taste amazing. Like, you have no guilt in like eating animals or anything like that. I'll
Oh,
still eat
good.
meat sometimes, but
I have to.
it'd be a rare
I have to
occurrence.
eat a lot of protein. It's just my biological makeup. If I don't, I no
But
energy.
if you notice, a lot of the plant-based stuff has more protein than the other stuff does,
Yeah.
which is really interesting, which is primarily the reason why I decided to go with those as opposed to the other products. So,
And we're lucky. We live in Sacramento, so there are a lot of healthy restaurants here. Um, we're lucky where we live. I mean, even some of the fast food restaurants here offer a lot of healthy alternatives, and we just kind of stop and think, you know what, we could order this instead of that, and just make like little different changes. So that's kind of that's kind of what's going on with us right now.
yeah, like I've been even I'm trying to cut down on adding buns to my burgers, so I just have been pretty much trying the whole lettuce over the meat thing.
Mm.
It's actually not bad.
Once you get used to it, I know I'm like, yeah, this is not such a bad idea. We should probably get back to the movie, but
Yeah.
no. Well, I just wanted to stop and talk about kind of where that
Like
plays
I
into what
said,
we're
we can
doing.
do whatever we want. This
Oh
is
no,
our live stream.
I know it's our show, but I just wanted to encourage everybody and let everybody know that the changes we're doing in our lives, it's really paying off. And
And
if they
speaking of
noticed
which,
something was going on that was different in the show, that's what it is.
we actually got our little routine checkups to make sure our blood was healthy, our vitamins are intact,
Oh
and
yeah,
everything's peachy keen on that front.
yep.
But
We do that. We do that at the same time too. I mean, it's just look after yourselves, and it's scary. I don't like my blood being taken.
yeah, I'm not gonna freak you guys out with the details on that one. So
No, we
back
don't.
to
We don't need to talk about blood, and they don't need to hear about vitamin levels and platelets and stuff like that. But they, it's just kind of like I don't like to go to the doctor. I'm afraid they're going to tell me something's wrong, but I'm thinking, wouldn't it be good to make sure something's right?
right.
Yeah, but we're taking better care of ourselves, so that's something. I think that's something worth. I don't want to say brag about, but that's something nice. That's something nice to talk
I
about.
don't think I would say the exact same for Eddie and Venom because Venom because the scene where it's morning and Venom he thinks he can cook and he just stacks everything on top of another.
And he eats out of the garbage.
Oh yeah, we don't need to mention that part.
Oh, okay, but I mean, if you're squeamish, I mean, sometimes it's fun to see gross things in a movie because I keep telling myself that's not real because I am a little squeamish. Like, you know what? That is not real. I don't even like to see blood. I mean, I'm thinking, this is going to be gross, but it's not real.
Yeah, but with
So,
Marvel, it's more CGI, so
mhm.
that makes it easier for the spectators to just sit and watch it.
Right, but I mean, he knows I'm squeamish, so he's like, FYI, this is going to be gross. And I'm like, well, I know it's pretend. So he always like lets me know because he knows I don't like being grossed out. If anything, I like grossing people out.
And the ironic part is she enjoys horror films.
I do. I love horror films because it's pretend. And you notice I'm the dark mass diva. I'm the otherworldly, so I like all that dark imagery and that dark content and stuff like that. But you got to remember, it's a psychological thing with me. I like things like that. But as far as being grossed out and stuff like that, as long as I know it's not real, I don't have to smell it. It's not real. I'm cool with it. But I don't want to actually get to where my stomach hurts.
Right.
But it's a story. That's the whole deal. I mean, it's horror. It's something, it's psychological. That's what I enjoy about it. So, but yeah.
But yeah, so Eddie and Brock, they continue. I mean to say,
Venom.
Eddie and Venom.
Eddie and Venom.
Eddie and Venom have a falling out, bad to the point where Venom's like, you know what? I want to be my own individual person, so we're done with this whole duo dynamic, whatever you want to call it. So Venom just pretty much host hops a lot of people, and the first one he goes to, it was funny because you don't really get to see. I thought this was interesting that Eddie was able to actually see Venom in his physical form,
Mm-hmm.
and Venom just flips him the bird and just goes on his way. I'm just like, oh my god, that is so hilarious when he did that.
Well, Venom just keeps trying to attach himself to different people. There's this lady riding a bike. He's like, and he attaches. She's like, and gets mad. He's like, darn it, not a match. So then she's like wavering on the bike. So then he pulls himself off her, and then she's like, oh, and she rides. She just keeps riding. She's probably like, what just happened to me? But I mean, he almost knocked her over. It's funny, because I like to ride a bicycle, and I'm like, well, I'm glad he didn't do that to me.
Yeah, so as soon as they separate, it goes downhill from there. they try to figure out who they're gonna be with each other. He even evicts Sonny and Cher, the two chickens,
Yeah.
which I thought was kind of funny and kind of sad at the same time.
But he takes them to the park.
Well, still, those were Venom's chickens.
Well, you don't want a bunch of live chickens in your house. That's livestock in your house.
Yeah, but chickens can be fun to play with.
You don't want them laying eggs and stuff in your house. I don't want anything in my house that lays eggs. I'm just putting that out there.
I was born and raised in a place that was 90% of it was wildlife.
Okay, but well, there's raccoons outside, and you're like, they're not going to come into the apartment, are they? Okay, that's how I feel about.
I know they're not, but
but again, I don't want anything in my home that lays eggs, including a chicken. I don't want anything in my home that's a pet that I would eat.
And it gets pretty comical from there because Venom actually goes to his first rave, and everybody thinks that it's a costume he's wearing,
Mm-hmm.
and he goes
cool.
It was pretty cool. He was all dancing, having a good time, and all that stuff. And then he goes up to the stage, and the singer who's performing gets all freaked out. She's like,
Well, he's huge. He's like what, 8 feet tall or something?
8-9 feet, something like that.
Yeah, he's huge.
And he I lose my train of thought here. Oh yeah, he was
has like glow sticks around his neck, and everyone's like, "Whoa, you're cool."
and he's monologuing to everybody, and they're just like, "Wait, what did he just say?"
Well, because he's just saying, well, because I think he's been drinking too.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, because he's depressed because he just lost his best friend. He's wandering around. He's probably trying to attach himself to people, and he can't. He can't find a match. And I mean, I think once he's attached himself, to somebody who's like basically his best friend, he can't attach himself to somebody else and feel that same kind of camaraderie and completeness.
Right.
So he's just going around, and people think he's in a costume, and he's having to just kind of, pretend he's in a costume and party with all these people he doesn't know. And people just like see him as this, big drunk entity, and they're just kind of like, oh, now we're getting really freaked out. So yeah, that just kind of shows the human side of him.
And there was something else that happened after he left the party that I'm trying to remember because he was in the alleyway and something else happened. I don't think I remember that part.
I think there was a lady who was getting robbed. Was that it? I think there was a black lady who was getting robbed, and he picked up the guy who was the robber, and he just picked him up, and he just like put him in the dumpster, and the black lady was like,
"Oh no!
Was that it?
No, that was when he was still with Eddie, though. Okay, yeah, I actually skipped over that part. So I think it was earlier in the film. This black middle-aged lady was getting mugged, and Eddie and Venom went down to try to help her out, and as far as I remember, she seemed really ungrateful about it.
She did, but she was just kind of like, that's really cool, but at the same time, I mean, I was just kind of, did Venom end up eating the guy, or I think he let him go.
Oh no, he tossed him in the trash can.
Yeah, well, I thought that was cool enough, but I was kind of wishing he'd eat him and stuff like that, because, he was taking somebody's money, or he was trying to. Yeah. But I think if the lady was like, yeah, eat him, he would have. But, okay, I'm going to remind everybody, do not click on those. Don't click on those. And that's, they do that in everybody's live stream. So I kind of feel like we must be legit now that they're doing it again. Yeah, we must be legit because they do that to everybody's. So
I'm not even going to worry about it.
No, but I'm just, who's ever watching, just don't click on them. And they may still be there when this records. and reruns. So whatever you guys do, just don't click on it.
Yeah, if you see anything that says webcam or whatever like that, uh, just feel free to ignore it.
Oh, and if anyone says
Excuse me.
after this is recorded, if anyone says anything rude to you or anything like that, don't click on it because they're just doing it so they can hack your profile.
Right. Trust me, I've had that happen over the years. It is beyond irritating.
Well, I've talked to a lot of the big time influencers, and they're like, yeah, they tell everybody,
Oh, we got a person.
hey, what's up? Don't click on it.
Dragon Ball.
Yeah, cheers. Yeah, the top influencers.
Prochnost.
Hooves up. But yeah, don't yeah, don't click on it. So that's what all the big time influencers tell you. Don't do that. So that's how I knew what to tell you.
But yeah, I wanted to say this before I forget. Going back to Cletus and Carnage, they find out where they're hiding Shriek, so they go over to Ravencroft, and the same lady who's held her captive over the past couple decades, whatever, still taunts her.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny because there's this little pad that said that you can. It's pretty much like a text machine thing,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought it was interesting because Cletus, either Cletus or Carnage said it. It was like, "Oh, we're already here," and she was like,
Right, because she goes in there and taunts, and she goes, your boyfriend's getting the lethal injection today. You'll never see him again. And he's like, I'm already here. And she turns around and he just like does something to her, and she's just like the most horrible, taunting, bitter old woman. And I mean, she's just like
Carnage snatches her up, basically.
Yeah, he snatches her up, and I mean, he's like her knight in shining armor, and she's like, I mean, it was just like this like romantic moment because this woman had been her tormentor for however long.
It was romantic and pretty twisted.
But that's what I like so much about it.
And Carnage,
I'm romantic and twisted. It was like, yeah.
Carnage takes his tentacles out because they have her trapped in this glass box,
Mm-hmm.
and Carnage uses his tentacles to sort of crush in the glass so they can break her out of there. And it gets pretty romantic between the two, I'll admit. And I'm trying to remember.
Can I just talk about their history for a minute?
Oh yeah, I was gonna mention like I think he gives her another present or something to match the jewelry he gave her, something like that. I can't remember.
Well, I'd like to talk about something to make sure, just to kind of lay the foundation for something he's going to say towards the end. The thing about her is when he got put in the orphanage as a child, he was really small, and the other kids picked on him. And then she walked up, and she was like his savior. She does this thing with her voice where it's this high-pitched noise. It makes everybody go away. So what she did with the voice.
Oh yeah, I was going to mention that in a minute.
With it, where she just made everybody leave him alone. So she was just kind of like his protector. So I'm gonna leave it alone with that. But it was just kind of like she just kind of was his one source of warmth because he's used to being abused by the women caregivers in his life. So she was the one woman who came into his life.
Oh, you actually just reminded me.
So there was like, I'm just letting you know, I'm just laying some symbolism down there. So she's evil, but she's like an angel in his life at the same time. Yeah. So there's a little bit of irony there.
Because before Eddie Brock went to see Cletus for that supposed last time, Cletus actually gave him a letter, and it was one of those twisted riddle me this sort of typewriting, like you have to turn the cards excuse me.
I've written my friends stuff like that. Hi, how are you today? You know, when you write little things in class.
He pretty much explains his life story, and he includes, you know, how he was, the first time he went to St. Estes, like 3 or 4 guys just ganged up on him, and Shriek saw that, Francis, and she used her power to pretty much subdue what the guys were doing, and she was like, "You're gonna be safe as long as you're with me."
Mm-hmm.
So I just wanted to get that out the way, and oh, bye bye.
Like, okay.
And going back to what I was saying just now about Ravencroft, after they break out, they try to escape in the car, and there's helicopters and police force about to surround everybody. There's actually the helicopter. Uh, they're confronted with that, and Shriek's like, and just gives out a banshee wail basically, and you know that affects Carnage because he's a symbiote, and symbiotes, Achilles' heel is sound waves and things like that. And Carnage is just like, do not ever let her do that again.
You sounded just like him. Don't do that.
So pretty much, well, at this point, they are actually a dysfunctional couple because that's part of their downfall. Like, they want to be together, but she has to tone down her powers so Carnage doesn't.
Yeah, she doesn't trigger
throw a
him.
rampage.
But the thing is, her doing that, her powers was what brought them together as a couple in the first place.
Yeah, but that was
made
before,
them true loves.
That was before Carnage, though.
Oh, I know, but see, that's the irony of it, because that's how he got out in the first place and rescued her. So it was kind of like, you know what I mean? It's kind of tragic. So I'm noticing, oh wow, okay, now that he's got Carnage attached to him, now her whole thing with that is not, it's not working for them anymore.
Yeah, and so after they take care of the helicopter, they escape, and sometime later on, they're like, I want us to get married. We're going to need some guests. And the guests that they mention, oh, I should have mentioned this at the beginning of because the beginning of the movie, I told you guys that she was being carried off to Ravencroft. I forgot to mention that the Womp Rat detective I was talking about, he was the one who incarcerated her and put her in the van. And she pretty much used her power to escape. He draws his gun, shoots Shriek, and her body's basically lifeless. And he thinks he kills her, but she just ends up being incapacitated and sent to Ravencroft anyway. So I wanted to get that out the way real quick before I got to the guest part. So they're just like, okay, here's the guests we're going to bring to our wedding. Venom, Eddie Brock, and the detective that shot you. And the cop who shot her, he says that's more of a present than a guest, really. And I'll explain why later on. But that's pretty much the premise of how they're pretty much getting together and how they want to use their nuptials and things like that. And
the whole time that he was locked up, he kept talking about a cathedral, and he kept drawing little pictures of it, and he kept talking about this cathedral. So by the time that they actually got to the cathedral, it was the one that he had kept drawing. So he had this whole plan. He had been planning his own wedding for a long time. So he had, their plan was finally coming together. and he was obsessed with this cathedral for some reason, and I don't remember exactly why. So I don't know.
I don't remember why
Oh,
either,
okay.
but it was a crucial part in
It
the
was a
movie.
crucial part. So when you guys go see the movie, if you want to pay attention to that, that'd be great, because it doesn't sound like either one of us caught on to it. And I don't know if it. I don't remember it tying into the first movie, because I've seen the first movie and it didn't click with me.
But if
So
you guys remember, just feel free to just leave it in the comments. Let
Please.
everybody else know.
please,
In case I forgot any other crucial parts, you're always welcome to let other fans know. Oh, so Astral, Juliana, this and this actually happened, so and so.
yeah.
You're more than welcome to do that. It would actually help a lot.
If you show up and you want to have some running commentary with us, that'd be great, because we're just remembering bits and pieces, and the things that I come up with are mostly metaphors. He's gonna tell the stories, and I'm just gonna come up with my little bits and pieces of my metaphoric musings.
That spirit bomb's
like
good.
Yeah.
Burping all over the place.
Yeah. Must be good if you're burping all over the place. No, but if you guys want to help us out with this at all, I mean, if you were a huge fan of the movie, I mean, we enjoyed it so much. We really did. And
yeah, and Eddie is apparently the detective confronts Eddie about all the stuff that's going on, and apparently he's being held in custody or whatever like that, and all this madness is going on, and I think Anne visits him in the police station or something, or other. I'm trying to remember how it went, but
Anne keeps showing up, and I would like to point out that Anne always has her fiance doctor in tow, and the doctor is actually helping them out a lot. And I'm pretty sure he resents it, but he just kind of, he's trying to be a good partner to her, and he knows that she's going to keep trying to help him out. So and he ends up locked in the trunk. He just ends up kind of just in the middle of every single conundrum, and he's just kind of
I think it's pretty funny.
Well, it is funny, and I mean, I know you think the guy's a jerk, but I mean, he's just really trying to be a guy. He's trying to be a good guy. He's trying to be responsible. He's trying to, be a good fiance to her and everything. In the back of his mind is like, as soon as we get married, I'm going to get rid of this guy. I'm going to put my foot down and get this guy out of her life. And I know he's thinking that, but he's like, I'm just going to go along with it right now.
But yeah, it was.
I would if I were him. I'm like, I'm just going to play along and pretend to be cool and help with this guy, but I'm going to get rid of him as soon as we get married.
But yeah,
if I were him, that would be my MO.
Anne was,
because no one is that nice. I'm sorry, and no one is that nice.
And
I was feeling sorry for the poor dude. I'm like, no, he has a motive.
I'm just gonna wait.
Well, I mean, look at the guy. He's being locked in a trunk. This is like her ex, and he's got a Venom inside him, and he's like rescuing this dude all the time, and it's because it's just sad. I mean, you think about it. I mean, he's just he's helping out the ex of his fiance. And this guy has a parasite inside. So I know he's just doing it just to kind of placate her, and then he's going to put his foot down. And I know there's going to be another movie, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be.
There is. If you watch after the credits, you'll see why there's going to be a third movie.
Yeah, and I'm pretty excited for it, and I'm pretty sure that the doctor fiance is going to put his foot down. If they do get married, he's going to be like, no more of this nonsense, this tomfoolery this time. I mean, I would just be like, but I'm gonna let you tell the rest of it. But I was just like feeling sorry for the guy, and I'm like, how much longer is he going to put up with this? Seriously, I mean, that guy's a saint. Nobody can keep putting up with that. No way. I mean, I think she's asking too much of him. Seriously, that was not cool.
So Anne was talking to Eddie, and Eddie was like, "Yeah, I'm aware of all the craziness that's going around," and um, he basically says Venom is not here. She's like, "Is this a is this one of these I'm lying he's not here, or is it really I'm not here, not here?" Because Eddie's been lying about Venom not being in his
Right.
life.
No, I know, but that's just funny. It's like,
And
are we telling the truth this time, or like?
he's just like, "Do me a favor, find Venom," or he either says tells her to go find Venom, or she does it of her own free will, something like that.
Well, no. Remember when she goes in and realizes who Venom's inside? You know, she goes into the store.
Yeah, that's was the part I was kind of coming up on.
Okay, well, I'm going to be quiet and let you do it because I love this part.
No, you want to do it? Go ahead.
No, you do it.
So they visit Mrs. Chen, and they're like, "Have you seen Venom anywhere?" She's like, and she's just giving off a nasty attitude towards him, like, "Oh, so you're the doctor who proposed to this girl here, or you're the girl who broke Eddie's heart," something like that.
Mm-hmm. Just talking stuff, just talking stuff.
and she goes on, and then Anne catches on, and she's like, "Wait a minute, Venom, get out here right now!" And Venom's eyes just pop out of Mrs. Chen's face, and doctor's guy's like, "Oh my god."
You've seen his eyes, right? They go like this. It was just so funny.
And she's trying to be sincere to Venom. She's like, "Eddie means a lot to you just as much as you are to him, and you need to be with him. You need to help him do this and that." And Venom's just being defiant. So Anne just starts flirting with Venom right in front of her fiance.
And he goes, "I'm back here. I'm back here." That's how I know he's getting
like,
fed up with the whole
who's
deal.
a sexy symbiote? And Doctor Guy's like,
I'm right here.
I'm right here.
I'm right here. That's how I know. I'm like, okay, it's going to get to the point where he's like, he's not going to put up with it much longer. I love this poor freaking
And so
this poor man.
And so sometime later, Venom turns Anne back into She-Venom once more, who I think is completely awesome.
I love that. That was, you're right. That was cool.
Yeah. They break Eddie out of jail, and Eddie's, well, they don't get in the car just yet. Anne is just trying to talk Venom into joining back with Eddie, and I'm trying to remember how it went. I'm starting to lose my train of thought.
I know, because I keep distracting you. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, so she's trying to convince, or Eddie's trying to convince Venom to go back with him, and he's just sitting there in her subconscious or whatever. He's just being like, and Anne's just speaking for him, just telling him how he's feeling or what he's doing. She's just like, he wants you to apologize to him. He's like, "Are you serious right now?"
Are you serious?
There's right No, that's not what Venom did. That was what Eddie did. And Eddie was like, "Are you serious? He wants me to apologize to him?" And then Eddie ends up apologizing to him anyway, and he's just like, "Will you come back to me now?" And Venom just goes, and just says, "Oh, he's thinking right now." Okay.
I like how she has to be the go-between, and she has to help them get
Just a
along.
third party, yeah.
Yeah, she has to like help them. She's like the diplomat.
And Venom's just like, okay, kiss him. No, Venom, you just go to him right now. And he just crawls out, goes to Eddie, and she's just like, I'm not doing that again. And so, Eddie just lets them know, um, get there safe, this and that. Uh, Before they take off, Venom just slaps the doctor in the face.
That's what I mean. I'm just sitting there like feeling sorry for the doctor in the whole movie.
And Eddie's just like, by the way, I am so sorry for that.
It's like, that's not me. He's probably just like, I can't believe this guy's helping me so much. Why does Venom have to be a womp rat? It's like I'm using his word, womp rat.
Mandalorian term for all you that know about it.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway.
But that's his go-to word, womp rat.
So, back to Shriek and Carnage. They end up kidnapping the not the doctor. They end up snatching up Anne, as well as the detective who shot Shriek. And Eddie and Venom find out about it, and they're like, okay, let's head to the cathedral. And they're pretty much having this twisted wedding of sorts. And they're keeping Anne inside of a, what was it, like a some sort of treasure chest or something.
Oh, it's where they keep the sacrament.
Yeah.
The body and blood of Jesus Christ. They're actually keeping her in there. And I didn't know if there was, I'm Catholic. I don't know if there's some kind of symbolism, but that's where they keep the wafers and the chalices and the wine. And they had actually taken it out of there and they had actually put her in there. So I don't know if that meant that she was the sacrifice.
I think she was, actually.
So, but that is where they keep the sacraments and everything like that. So they kind of keep that off to the side. So I don't know if that was the symbolism of that or not. But that's in my church. That's what that little container is for.
Yeah. So they were keeping her in that, and Cletus tells Francis, "So I got you a little present. The cop that shot you." And Shriek's face just lights up like a freaking Christmas tree. And
oh, you didn't?
Pretty much, yeah.
Honey, how did you know what
I wanted? But yeah, as soon as they get to the I do's and everything, Venom busts in through the front door. And that's pretty much where the final fight takes off. And Shriek actually uses her power after Carnage specifically told her not to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And
these nuptials are not off to a good start. They needed premarital counseling, clearly.
No kidding.
Yeah, they're not the pair that everyone thought they were.
And at this point in the movie, Carnage is like, you know what? I'm going to do whatever I want. You know what? Forget your fiance or whatever. I don't care about her anymore. I just want to take my dad out permanently.
Yeah, which was kind of... I wonder if there's some kind of symbolism there, with the church and the son being the sacrifice. I don't know if that had anything to do with it, Carnage being the son.
And you think the producers would learn, or not the producers, but you think we would all learn from watching Spider-Man 3 when Topher Grace was Venom and he was fighting Spider-Man in the cathedral. Cathedrals have bell tolls.
Yes, yes. Yeah, I know. And the thing with the bell, it came as a surprise. Why does everyone not know there's bells in cathedrals? Notre Dame, all cathedrals have bells.
And you think having Carnage, you think that Cletus would actually keep that in mind. to just be like, okay, just in case this goes off, we should not have our wedding at a cathedral.
But see, he was not Carnage when he was planning the wedding all this time. I mean, he'd been in solitary confinement, obsessing, with
Yeah,
that
his mind
whole.
was clouded about other.
Right, because he wasn't Carnage yet. So when he was just Cletus, he was like, I need to be with her. We need to be in this cathedral. For some reason, there was something about that cathedral.
But it was the fight everybody was waiting for.
Yeah, it
It
was.
was well worth the wait, honestly.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah, we were there for it. We were.
yeah, so pretty much Carnage goes all Kong when it comes to taking Anne hostage or whatever, and Venom's just trying to keep her from dying and everything like that. They get too close to the bell later in the sequence, and the first bell, I think the bell tolled on its own, and it ended up breaking apart. Shriek was bystander when that happened, and
Well, the shrieks.
yeah.
The thing, if you've ever been in a cathedral, the bells are huge because cathedrals are huge and they echo, and all the bells in the cathedrals are way at the top, and so the whole surrounding area has to hear the bell. So that was, the hunchback was always ringing that bell, and he had to be strong to ring the bell because the bell is huge. Everyone around has to hear the bell, so those bells are huge. What is Shriek doing? She wants to break the bell with her the noise that she makes, and the bell is huge. So there's that.
She actually wanted to put an end to Carnage, which is why after she got knocked down and the bell got loose, she let out one final shriek that affected both Venom and Carnage, and she gets crushed by the bell. So
Which
that's
is
the end of
ironic
Shriek
because the
there.
bell was driving him crazy as well.
Oh yeah.
So it's just kind of like one problem took the other problem out,
But
which was ironic.
before that happened, a couple minutes prior to that, Cletus was trying to break free of Carnage, like, no, she's mine. Don't hurt her. Do this and that. And Carnage is like, you know what? Shut up. I do what I want here.
Well, I mean, he pretty much taken over. He's kind of like, well, I did all this and this and this for you, so it's kind of like not up to you anymore, dude. It's just kind of like, and he pretty much gave him. It was kind of like selling your soul to the devil. He gave him everything he wanted, but then he took it away from him, and there he was in a church. So there's some more symbolism for you there.
Yeah, and I actually forgot how Cletus died in that scene.
Um, I think that he also got crushed. I think when the symbiote when they came apart.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he got crushed by the debris. I remember.
Right, because he was pretty much mortal after that. After the symbiote, disattached. Because I think you need to talk about the thing that happened at the end.
Yeah, because after he got crushed by the debris, Carnage's symbiotic form was trying to sneak away and everything, and Venom was like, "Oh, not today." So pretty much puts the end to Carnage, and I would say that's the end of the movie, but not technically, because
Because can I
after.
talk about something that happened though?
Okay.
Okay, Carnage and Venom came together and formed one because the thing about Carnage, he was technically Venom's son. So he was like, "You're my son. You need to come back with me."
Right.
Remember that? So
Okay. Yeah.
yeah, so it was just kind of like, no, well, you're my offspring, so you're my responsibility. You're coming back. So what he did was he took all of Carnage's power back with him. See what happened? So now he's got more power because he took Carnage back with him, and Carnage no longer is a part of Cletus, and so now Venom isn't evil. He just has the son's power. See what he did there?
Oh, and
See what I
if I
did there?
remember correctly, the cop ended up dying as well.
Yes, yes.
which I'm kind of relieved to be honest.
Yeah, I think we were all pretty. I was surprised there's no like pause in the theater. When that happened. Yeah, that guy was a major
I
tool. That
I
guy
was
was
a
a tool. He was. I was glad to
I
see
mean
him
I
go.
was happy when the caretaker of Ravencroft was killed, but
You know what? There were a lot of bad people in the movie where when they got taken out, it was no love lost. Everyone was just kind of like, I'm glad to see that character gone.
no kidding.
Yeah, there was a lot of anti-heroes, or what do you call them?
Yeah, that
Antagonists. There are a lot of antagonists.
yeah.
Yeah.
So Eddie pretty much says goodbye to Anne at the end of the movie, I believe, and uh, he and Venom basically ride off into the sunset. They I don't remember where they go, but it is somewhere on a beach.
Yes, yes. Oh, where was it? Was it Mexico or Hawaii?
I actually don't remember.
Okay. But it was, yeah.
And this is spoiler alert, so I am going to ruin the after credits for you anyway.
Take it away, Astral.
So, Venom and Eddie are just chilling in the hotel room, just watching TV, just living the life basically. And you're gonna see this in Spider-Man Away from Home anyway.
Mhm. I
Doctor,
love Spider-Man.
yeah, Doctor Strange's spell. You've already seen in the trailer of why it messes up. That affects what happens with Venom and Eddie. You'll see this in the after credits, and I was gonna say something else. I'm already forgetting what it was.
I know. Well, there's a lot of. I mean, yeah. There's a lot of different things
Oh,
to remember.
okay, I remember. So, my brother Panda, he's usually um, bit of a bigger nerd than I am, I'd say. He told me that Venom and Spider Man were not part of the same MCU, and I've been saying for years it's gonna happen eventually. And now my wish is finally coming true because I have grown up watching Spider-Man the animated series. The classic Spider-Man versus Venom. Eddie turns into Venom as soon as he sees the whole Peter Parker is Spider-Man, and he's like, "Oh, he looks delicious," and just. He just
Do that. Your tongue is blue. Do it again. Look at that. Look. Show everybody. It's from this.
Brought to you by Dragon Ball Z Spirit Bomb Energy Drink.
No, but I mean, your tongue is completely blue. I didn't even know that till you did that.
But yeah,
I'm sorry. I had to just. I had to double check and make sure I wasn't tripping. That was really funny. But just please go ahead.
Venom licks the TV as he's like, okay, whoever this guy is, he looks delicious.
But his tongue was not blue.
Yeah, but I've been waiting to see a live action Venom versus Spider-Man, and we're eventually gonna get that.
Oh yeah, we're so excited. We saw that and went, oh, we're so there. I can't wait till we see
And
to see that.
apparently, this guy comes out of the bathroom and he's like, "What are you guys doing in my room?" And Eddie's just like, he's just not sure what to think because I'm pretty sure that was their room originally.
Right, and the guy was all touristy. He had like the Bermuda shorts, and he was like sunburn, and he had that like whole like zinc all over his body, and like the flip flops, and he just looked like the total touristy guy. What are you doing in my room? And it was just cracking me up.
And I'm gonna be honest, I'm not too big on the whole. I mean, I love Tom Holland. I'm just not too big on his Spider-Man series. I grew up with the original stuff, so that's just me there.
Mhm.
But if I'm gonna have to watch No Way Home to see what's gonna happen, because I know they're gonna have something at the end of that movie.
But you know what? I will deal with Spider-Man in any way. So I mean, I'm willing to deal with Spider-Man no matter what.
Yeah, but oh, now I remember. I was gonna say I cannot wait till January because the new Morbius movie is finally coming out. It was supposed to come out between last year and this year, but the pandemic was too bad
Yeah.
and they weren't able to put it in production. But that's how I'm gonna be celebrating the start of the new year. I'm gonna be going to see the Morbius movie. Obviously, I'm gonna be spoiling that for you guys.
Yes. Yes. We spent, let's see,
I need to get a Morbius shirt for that
2020
one.
together, seeing Jumanji, and look what happened.
Oh, everybody's gonna say Jumanji next month,
Oh
at
my,
the end of next month.
yeah. But look what 2020 we saw Jumanji together, and yeah, it's like don't blame us.
And it's
We
been a
didn't do it.
full year. People have been posting the same thing. Like nobody said Jumanji. That's why we got this year the way it was. I'm just like, oh my goodness.
I know, but it was like, I don't want people to blame us because we're the movie people. We like to go to the movies on New Year's and go to the movies as much as we possibly can.
And
And
I know
even
I
if we don't do this, we're about that.
and
So
I know I said last time I was gonna do Shang-Chi, but then Venom 2 came out, and
right.
I've been waiting for months to see that, so I had to put Shang-Chi on hold
Well,
for a minute.
this is if there's superheroes and stuff, we're gonna. Well, I mean, it's Venom. We had to jump in and do that one, but
I'll
we
I'll
will do Shang-Chi though.
yeah, I'll eventually get around to Shang-Chi. I'm really curious about the Eternals because everybody's been talking about how the Eternals are. I've actually been curious about it for the past few months. I probably have to study up a little bit more about them, but that movie seems interesting. So Shang-Chi, the Eternals, No Way Home should be out this month, I think.
Okay, this month.
Yeah, the new Spider-Man movie. I probably have to check again. I'm not 100% sure.
Well, we try to go to the movies on Tuesdays as much as we can, so I don't know what we're gonna see this Tuesday, but whatever it is, if we go, we're gonna be in here for you guys. So we don't know what it's gonna be yet though. But
But
I think he has the day off.
Yeah, I got the day off. Venom 2, I definitely recommend it. It's a little more comical, but it's got a lot more action-packed adventure in it. And oh yeah, speaking of Tom Holland, another movie I cannot wait for is the Uncharted movie, the live action. I have been waiting a long time for them to finally make this movie because I like to be mentally stimulated when I'm playing video games. And the Uncharted series, I have played that game so many times I lost count, from I think 1 through 4. It was either 4 or 5 games. I don't remember the number exactly, but I even played the one where Chloe had her individual game and she had to partner up with somebody. So, and Antonio Banderas is going to be in it, so it's going to be an amazing movie. And it's exactly like the PlayStation version. I believe Uncharted 3, where he jumps out of the airplane and grabs onto the crate. I was like, yes, they finally put something from the video game in there. But this is gonna be different. This is how Nathan Drake got started. Um, Not with his brother exactly, but how he first met Sully, who is played by Mark Wahlberg. But I'll get into that once I see the
Oh,
movie.
I love him. I
Uh,
love him.
I mean, he's got to be Sully. I mean, I don't know who else he'd be playing, to be
Mhm.
honest. But yeah, that's about as much information as I have. Um, any Anything else you want to mention?
You know what? You guys need to see the movie. Don't because I'm sure we left a bunch of stuff out, and I'm sure that we didn't spoil anything for you. To be honest, this is a I'm sure we left a lot of stuff out. A lot of this was just us kind of laughing and doing a bunch of stuff. But yeah, we left a lot of stuff out.
And I mentioned I wanted to see No Way Home.
Mhm.
Um, it's mostly because Doc Ock, who is still the original Alfred Molina, who's a great actor. He played Doc Ock in the Tobey Maguire edition. Is freaking amazing. Um, they show a Green Goblin bomb, but I don't. I'm not sure if they're gonna. Cut. That's gonna irk me if they have the Green Goblin's bomb show and they don't have Green Goblin himself or whatever.
Well, why wouldn't they?
I don't know. I'd have to see
Oh,
the
okay, because
movie, but
that doesn't make any sense to me. But okay, but that would irk you, yeah, because that doesn't
yeah, but
make
I know
sense.
Willem Dafoe's not gonna do doc, do.
Green Goblin.
Yeah, I don't think he's doing it anymore.
Oh, dude, he's so creepy. I love him. He's a perfect for Green Goblin.
I mean,
He's so creepy.
I know he did it in the first Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, he did. He was good. He was perfect.
Yeah, I'm saying like I don't think he's gonna be back in the new one. I think they're
Okay.
just gonna. I think they're just showing his goblin grenade or whatever.
Well, it's too bad if they don't have a Green Goblin in there. Even if he does, if even if he's not the Green Goblin, I like the Green Goblin.
Yeah, and I was talking about Morbius earlier, who is also part of the Spider-Man series. Just
Sorry about that.
ignore that noise.
No, we have street racing here, so yeah. Sorry, but we had to open that. Sorry.
But yeah, they should. Morbius was a part of the Spider-Man animated series also, um, and I actually didn't realize that Morbius in the animated series had an accent until I looked back at the series, which is pretty interesting. They're having, jeez, trying to get so excited. I'm burping all over the place.
Well, it was that cool drink,
Yeah,
that Dragon Ball Z drink. That thing was that
I
blue
actually,
tongue drink.
and I got my brother one, but his has Bakugo on the can.
Are you gonna keep the can?
And I might. Oh, there's still a
It's
little bit left in there.
Yeah. Please drink all of it. That can is really cool.
But yeah, I would love to see a classic Spider-Man versus Morbius live action. But I want to see what they do with Venom first, because I don't know what Parker was thinking. Doctor Strange told him to stop talking during the spell. What is wrong with children not being able to listen?
I don't know. Did you listen as a child? Do you listen now?
We're not talking about me. When Pinstrike has a movie, he'll probably be just as hard-headed, but
Oh, you guys know who Pinstrike is, right? He's Pinstrike. Pinstrike the Striped Savior. That's the book that Astral wrote.
and just a reminder, it is still on Amazon. I'm actually selling it on Mercari as well for those of you who search on Mercari to shop cheaper prices or just want to have a variety of shopping options. So I put my book on there. Uh, I'm also selling a few other things on Mercari as well. So just
He's also going to be selling some things for me. I've got quite a few vintage items that I've been collecting for years and years, and they're nice things. So he's going to, if you want to buy some of my stuff, you can tell I have nice stuff. So he's going to be selling some of my stuff too. So.
And it's still Astral Pro 92 on my Mercari page. So Feel free to say hi if you want to strike up a deal with me. I'm always willing to haggle. Most of my stuff is low priced anyway, so there's not too much to haggle with.
It's seriously reasonable. I mean, it's you're gonna get a steal out of him. He's really just, you know, he's really just gonna cut you a good deal. So he's not gonna rob you.
And also remember to follow Juliana Angel's page on
Yes.
Instagram, YouTube, etc., things like
Right.
that.
Now, my one Instagram is called Angels Attached to Angst. I also have another Instagram called Catacombs Juliana, CATACOMBS JULIANA. So those two Instagrams are basically the same. So if you want to follow me on those, my page is my YouTube is Juliana Angel. So if you want to follow me on that, and he and I do a lot of things together. Like this is his show, and I join his show. So he hasn't been on mine yet though. But mine is a lot of I make concert videos and stuff like that on mine. So
And my pages are still the same, Astral Pro 92. So if you want to look at my Instagram, check me out on YouTube, because we're gonna be doing a whole bunch of different stuff within the next year.
hmm
Um,
yeah, we're hoping to expand and do a whole lot of stuff. If you guys have something you want to see us do, please tell us. I
oh
mean,
yeah,
because
feel
we're
feel free
branching
to
out. I mean, we're
send suggestions.
yeah, yeah. Because I mean, we're not. We're pretty open minded. I mean, we're not going to do anything crazy or anything like that. But I mean, if you notice, we have a lot of different interests and stuff. So if you if you have anything you think's going to be up our alley, we're really we like a lot of different types of entertainment. So if you have any questions about anything, if you want us to talk about anything we've not talked about before, um, he's a writer and so am I. Um, we have a lot of things that we can be talking about. So
Oh yeah, sensational blogging for Wix.com,
yes,
Wix.com.
hmm yeah,
Um,
follow
some
him.
financial advice, some life advice.
hmm
Feel free to. I really wish they
Don't
would
click on
stop.
it, guys.
Yeah, if you see anything that says webcams, so on and so forth, feel free to ignore it.
Yeah, don't even report it. Don't even do anything. And
This is actually the first time this has happened to us.
you know what? And it's going to keep happening. It's happened on the big time influencers too. So I think anybody who live streams is going to happen. And all I could do is just tell people, don't click on it. It's they're only trying to hack you.
And if you see us in person, if you're around Northern Sac or downtown Sac and you
hmm
happen to see us, feel free to say hi to us.
hmm Oh yeah, if you want a picture with us, and I'll put it on Instagram.
Oh, yeah, likewise.
Yeah, so if you want to, he and I will take pictures with people. So yeah, I don't have a problem with that. So yeah, hit us up. We are not shy. So
And I gotta remember to get a Morbius shirt for January.
hmm oh yeah, he's got a collection of cool outfits and shirts, and yeah, he's
I'm trying to make it a habit. Like, I want my shirts to match the topic I'm doing.
oh yeah, yeah, he's got him.
I have my Iron Spider shirt I'm planning to wear after I watch the No Way Home movie. Oh, also on Mercari, you're probably not gonna, aside from going to Target and things like that, you're probably not gonna really find these for a better deal anywhere. Um, I have some very cool, never been open box of Iron Spider-Man headphones.
Yes, yes, yes.
I'm actually selling them for cheap, because Mercari is being weird, but I figured why not? It's been over a week since I promoted them, so, and it's the holidays, so I'm willing to go easy on people.
Oh yeah, yeah, and it's a startup. So yep, you're getting a bunch of good deals with him. So
I mean, I've already sold some Apple headphones and earbuds and things like that.
oh yeah, yeah. So, anything else?
I think that about covers it for this time.
Yeah. I just know next week we're going to try to catch another movie.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
for
but
sure.
we're not sure which one yet.
Yeah, probably after we log off, I'll probably look that up. See.
Okay, yeah, cuz yeah. Well, I mean, if yeah, I'm trying to think.
And I like to use because we're close by to the Doko Plazas, so
Yes.
Cinemark,
If you see us,
and
say hi. Well,
oh yeah,
yeah. We'll
and
take your picture.
yeah. So if you see us on Tuesday nights, going into the movie theater, take a picture with us, say hi, things like that, and
And you know what? If you don't know who I am, I'm Dark Vestiva, the music promoter. So if you have some music you want me to listen to, don't be afraid to hit me up. So I can make a concert video for you and put it on my channel, which I do. So
oh yeah,
don't be afraid to hit me up.
because for those of you who don't remember, uh, she's actually an old acquaintance of what was the band you
Oh, no silence.
No
They
Silence.
are the reincarnation of Hit and Run, and they're friends of mine from my hometown. But if I yeah, so I know them. They're really cool. I made one of their videos.
And I know there are some No Silence fans out there.
Oh yeah, well no, they have a
Um,
lot of fans. They are extremely cool.
Number one personal knows who they are personally, so
Well, I don't. You know what? I'm not going to say I will introduce you to them.
no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying
Okay.
like I'm just giving you
Yeah, it's
some.
not like party at my house. Come meet him. It's not even like that. No
No,
press.
I'm just
No.
telling them how
Okay.
big you are, really.
I'm really not big. Okay.
If
So,
you know No Silence, like if you've been acquainted with them, being a music promoter, that's big in my book.
well, I mean, I'm Dark Mass Diva, the blogger. I mean, I'm just as famous as they are. So, but you guys are like, I don't know who you are.
But yeah,
But thank you. I don't need to turn the compliment away. Thank you.
I was like, geez, I was just trying to give you props, and
Oh.
you're just backhanding my
No,
compliments.
I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was not taking that compliment very well because I don't think of myself like that. I don't think I'm all that. I'm not like I'm not really anyone as a promoter yet. I'm just starting out and yeah, no silence. They're friends of mine. They're extremely cool and yeah, we know each other. We're from the old neighborhood. It's I don't think it's any big deal, but he does. So I really, I love him for that. But they are extremely cool
Well, I mean,
dudes.
I don't know any famous people in person.
Oh, I know quite a few. Famous people are just people like everybody else.
Well, I know, but still.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'm small time famous.
I mean, I'll
I'm
be
no big
lucky
deal
if I
either.
meet another influencer.
Okay, well, I know some influencers. I mean, I was once a famous blogger. I mean, I'm an online personality. I'm no big deal. I'm not. I know some famous people. They're just people, you know? So, I mean,
And if famous people are watching this, feel
hi, I
free to
probably
send
know
them.
you. No, I'm just kidding. Like, I know her. She's
I
famous.
was gonna
No.
be like, feel free to send a message.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, but the thing about famous people, performers and stuff like that, they're just like everybody else. You know what I mean? So I'm not trying to say, oh yeah, it's no big deal that I know these people. Well, they're like, it's no big deal that I know her either. You know, because people, yeah, people are cool. You know, so
I don't mind other people being like, "Oh, so you know that guy Astral? I know him personally."
oh okay. I know Astral too. He comes to my house.
Oh, don't say it like that. It just came out creepy.
I meant it to be creepy. No, no silence are some seriously solid dudes. You guys need to listen to their music. come to their venues. They're really down to earth, extremely cool guys, and they're famous. They're just sweethearts. So yeah, you guys need to check them out. You need to watch the video I made of them on my channel, Juliana Angel, and they're extremely cool. And famous people are just, unless their heads are blown up and they forget where they came from, famous people are just like everybody else.
Unless their heads are blown up.
Do you know what I'm talking about? Some people.
That just sounded graphic.
You don't know what I'm talking about?
I do, but it's just. Hey.
Yeah, but I'm an otherworldly. Wow, you're just getting all kinds of scared of me tonight, aren't you? You're not scared of Carnage, but you're scared of me. He doesn't know what I'm talking about. Your heads are blown up. Like your ego's like out of
No,
control.
I know what you mean.
Oh, okay. I'm like.
I'm saying the way you said it sounded off-putting.
Okay, like the other things I say are off-putting. You've chosen now to be offended by me.
I'm not offended. I'm just thrown off.
Oh, my bad. That's probably not the worst thing I've said all day. I'm going to just go there.
No, go ahead. Say it. Say it so we can get kicked off. I dare you.
That wasn't even bad. That wasn't a bad thing I just said. It just sounded weird. It's not a bad word. It wasn't anything bad.
I know. I'm joking.
You're playing with you're playing with me, huh? You're like pulling my chain.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. It's because I've been like kind of picking on you, huh?
Mm.
Yeah. It's because I love you, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Do we have anything else to say? Because I'm just like feeling goofy.
Anyway, Venom 2, highly recommend it. Go watch it. I hope you guys enjoyed your night. Sorry we weren't able to do this earlier before it hit the new day. But anyway.
Yeah, we're probably being a little punchy because we waited all day to do this. It was kind of quite a day. Some stuff happened at the house we had to take care of.
I had to wait for her to finish her bath, drink 3 cups of coffee, get dressed, do her hair, do her makeup, nails done.
I don't need to do my nails.
Okay,
now he's making stuff up. He's making stuff up.
Hair done, wash my nails.
Wash your nails.
I didn't say wash.
I didn't need to do my nails.
I get my hair done, check my nails.
Well, you needed to fix the sink. We needed to do that. We needed to eat.
Part of the reason I wanted to shave tonight, but I couldn't because the sink is having issues and I didn't want to add more water.
Let's just say one thing after another has been happening in the past few days, and we finally got on here. Yeah, we finally did, and I'm glad we did, and we're both kind of distracted and silly, and okay, I was creepy. You're gonna get us kicked off because that wasn't even as creepy on the show as it is in person. I hate when he does that. Oh
if you've seen Medea's Neighbors from Hell, that's exactly where I got it from.
But you guys don't even know how bad it is when he does it. It didn't even look bad when it didn't look bad when you
like when we're forehead to forehead. She's just being playful, and I'm just creepy.
He does that thing. I mean, it doesn't even look scary when I do it, but when he does it, it's like
she's just like, "Why are you so hyper?" I just go like,
"You take your glasses off."
I don't want to do it. No,
do it because they don't even see how scary it is. Okay, now do it. Lift your head a little. See? Is that like not the creepiest thing you've ever seen? I have to live with him.
I know. A couple of people like, stop doing that.
It's creepy. I mean, I can do some really creepy faces. Like I'm not, I'm kind of a dark character, but oh my gosh.
Oh, speaking of movies to watch, by the way, I hope you guys enjoyed your Halloween. I know we did.
Oh, dude.
We
Yes.
saw Halloween Kills.
Hmm.
They're making a new one. I guarantee it because they're not gonna. Come on, they're not gonna leave it the way they did at the end there.
No, and we are all about horror movies. We are so.
But that's pretty much all I got for you guys. Juliana Angel. Make sure to follow her web pages. Be sure to follow mine as well. Uh, yeah, that's pretty much all I got. Feel free to leave comments after I end the stream. Yeah, I'm just going around in circles here.
I know we're.
I
we're
think
so tired.
they're
we're
just
so
like
distracted.
we get the point, guys. We
I know.
know what
It's
you're
like
saying here.
we left a long time ago. You guys are punchy and tired, and you had to wait till midnight to do this. And well, we
will
usually
do this a lot earlier.
Yeah, this was
possibly right after we see the next movie.
Yeah, I mean this was my bad this time. I had a hard time getting it together today. It was a drinking coffee all day type of day, so but I wanted to do this.
Yeah, you just the way you drank your second, third cups of coffee.
I don't know what's going on out there, but I mean, I drank the coffee until I could be on the show with you, right?
Oh yeah.
So
and don't worry about that noise going outside.
Yeah.
Midtown's full of just.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, but you know what? Aren't you glad people are out?
Oh, I'm glad people are out, but
well, I mean, as long as it's not disturbing the viewers. I mean, I don't know how much the sound is coming across, so I don't know. I hope it didn't bother anyone's ears. That they're gone now. So.
Oh, that's good because that would have gone under my nerves.
They're gone now. It's okay.
Speaking of gone, we're pretty much done for this time. We will see you guys after we see whichever next movie that catches our interest. So,
thank you for putting up with us.
Yeah, what she said.
Thanks for putting up with him. No, thank you for putting up with me. Thank you for putting up with us.
All right. I hope you guys enjoy your night, and we'll see you next time.
All right. Good night.